I don't think that it's possible to be a CEO, a great CEO and a great creative. I'm just gonna say that. I think that you need help, and you need to, that balance that you achieve is in the people that you trust.
Fire interview that I saw from United Masters Select Con with Issa Rae. And the conversation of what's the balance between creator and CEO? What is the balance for her? She's made millions, has shows, has coffee shops, all this, like, she's amazing. But how do you do both? And I was locked in. And so let's talk about it.
How do you balance being a creative and a CEO?
I hire well. That's how I balance it, honestly. And I trust who I hire. I don't think that it's possible to be a CEO, a great CEO and a great creative. I'm just gonna say that. I think that you need help, and you need to, that balance that you achieve is in the people that you trust. Because I realize, like, for me, I have to be able to focus on one to be great, and both are full-time jobs. I have looked up in 1 year and realized, oh my gosh, I've only done business and I have not created anything new. And that makes me feel bad.
Yeah, I love both of the answers, right? It's almost like a two-parted answer. Hire well and trust those who you hire. So we've covered the hire piece. We've talked about it. It's a nice reminder, though, that you're not the only one who's trying to do something great. So there are people out there who, if you have the vision, they would love to be a part of it and contribute to something great, because not everyone can build something great, but everyone wants to be a part of something great. And that is an absolute fact, right? People, as they mature, as they get older, they put some experience under their belt, they start to recognize, and they don't necessarily feel so bad, or they don't look at it as, oh, an insecurity or a weakness because I'm not the builder. It's like, well, maybe you're not the builder, but you're a phenomenal painter. And that's a wonderful finishing touch to the building nonetheless. So you're a part of the building, but you didn't build the building. That's okay. Like, who cares? You didn't lay the first brick. Well, you put the finishing touch, and I think that's a wonderful work. Trusting the people you hire, though, that is something that I don't think enough people talk about. Because we even on the call that we had the other day, where I was talking about, like, man, when you ice your best players for whatever reason, right, that makes your people think that you don't trust them. So if for whatever reason something happens and you got great people on your team, but you're not using them because you think that you might be bothering them, or you don't want to overwork them, or whatever it is, whatever assumption you might have made in your mind, it can start to create some challenges, because now those talented people, their attention and their energy can get pulled in a different direction. They can start to question their contributions, or should they even be in this position? So that part is important. It's just as important as getting them in the right place. It's like, give them the power. Be clear about, hey, I like where you're going, but I don't think you got what it takes to get us to that next level just yet. So this person is going to take the lead. And the wonderful thing that I like about that type of approach is there's no guessing game. It's like, oh, cool, Nick's got the lead on this one. All right, cool, Nick, what are we doing? Oh, okay, I got the lead on this one. Okay, Nick, so here's the plan. It's cool. It's like, I don't think anyone, especially, and that's what I'm saying, especially as we mature throughout the experience of business and just building something phenomenal, people curb their egos so that they can win. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I like that second piece. I think that's a critical element to it all. You got to trust those who you put in those positions, because it's like having a MJ on your team, but they're on a bench. It's like, makes no sense.
Oh, it's a fact. And I think that's the struggle with creators. Like, if you don't already have that really good sense of business, right, you're going to want to stay in the pocket of creating. And it is hard to trust with the CEO part. Like it is hard to trust with the business part. And so you kind of lack on the business part because you're staying such in the creator vibe. So everything's flowers and grand and oh my God, you create the greatest thing. But how is revenue coming in? How are we scaling? Are you scaling? You know, or is it just you? Like if it's just you, what is the model that you're doing that will allow you to bring money into your life? If not, crazy. But then even at the end, she was like, yo, I even get to a point where I'm doing so much business stuff. I didn't create anything all year. Me personally would have a problem with that. There'd be no way I can't, but I think once again, that's why I'm in my unique situation where I'm like, I'm understanding the balance of business and creator, but I'm still so much on the creator side that I haven't super locked in on the business side just yet. Right? Hence why I'm going through my little journey and I understand this. But it's a struggle. It's a struggle. So you're telling me I got to concentrate on the business side, which when I got into this, I got into this because I'm a creator. And I understand I have to make a business of this, but my first part is a creator. And so to switch it's probably a hot and cold vibe. It's like, okay, if I go into business, I'm going into business. Like, but then I'm not creating, but then I go into creators. Like there has to be, and I love how she said that the way to do that is to hire well. And
yeah, it's a
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's definitely a domino cycle. Like it's one feeds the other. If you spend too much time in one bucket, you'll work yourself out of business. like you'll just run out. You know, and I think it's for whichever comes easier for you, you'll probably lean on that one a little bit more. Like I spent 2 years in the business, like nah, and you'll come up with some very valid reasons why you can't do the other piece. It's like no, it's just not my thing. I don't want to do it. I don't think it makes sense. Like, yeah, sure, it makes sense, but you need them. You need both.